Well, good evening and welcome back to another fishing adventure. As you can see, it's a lovely evening. A little bit breezy from the north, but we've just decided to come out, get out the wind, in a place that we've actually never fished before. I know that's really hard to say, but I've never actually come down to this particular area and fished. Fingers crossed we can get some fish. Ben, he looks like he's got a big bag of fish there. The sun is probably about to drop in about an hour's time, so we've probably got about an hour and 45 minutes of light. We've got a rod each, a bag of lures, and hopefully a bag of luck. When I get down there, I'll tell you a little bit more. Well, we have made it to our chosen destination. It's a lovely little rock mark, a little bit deep, and it's about an hour and a half after low tide right now. The tide's going to start running, the sun's setting, and fingers crossed we can get into some mackerel, maybe a bass, there might be some snipe, there might be some pollock, who knows. I am going to start with just a little flashma. Used to use these when I was a kid. Dad used to put them on a set of feathers for me, used to just cast them out and just bring them in, and they would just do the shimmer, and used to pick up all sorts on them. So I'm just going to use a sink and draw method. I'm just going to clip this on, there you go, and it's just going to sit like that. It's got a natural barrel on it as well, so it can spin, so I don't need to put the added swivel on. Let's have a play. Fingers crossed we catch some fish. Right, I've just got my little spinning rod set up. Going to keep an eye out for white bait and sand eels in this area moving through with the tide. As you can see, the tide's moving from right to left. You can see there's a head just there, and did you just flick something at me? I thought a bird just pooed on me. We're going to get into this. Nearly fell in then. Just nice to cast out. We'll see if there's any fish about. Just a little sink and draw, to be honest. Ben was just saying there's a rock situated in front of us here. The Jersey Sea Safari's boats are going past, the ribs. We'll see if there's any fish about. Could be absolutely anything here, to be honest. And if we don't catch anything here, we can just move to our left hand side. And if the metal doesn't work, I'll move to a soft plastic. Dolphins! Loads of dolphins next to us. I'm into a fish as well. Yes. I'm into a fish, and there's dolphins right there. Get your phone out, mate. So I've got our first fish, and there are some dolphin. This is probably a mackerel. Oh, what is that? It's darting around. I don't want a dolphin to take it. Go sideways, yeah? I've got some dolphins in the background as well. Just why I play this in. I don't know if we'll get a better look at them. Yeah, Ben, there's some out there as well. And I've got our first fish of the evening. And I've got a mackerel. Well, look at that. We've got our first fish. We've got a pod of dolphins moving through that are probably going to scare these fish away. But I've got my first mackerel, and it's quite a nice one, to be honest. You can see there that it's taken that metal, that treble is situated and found itself nicely in the lip. And it's just gone for that shimmy. And what's happening is they're chasing whitebait or pin sand eel, and this is what this acts as. The shimmy of it's falling down, and yeah, these things are just picking up. What? Are they? Oh wow, the dolphins are right behind us just here. Yeah. Look, there's our first fish. Sometimes when you look inside their mouths, they might have sand eels spitting out or whitebait, and he's pooing on me. So I'm going to put this one to bed, because this is going to be going in my belly. But there's our first mackerel and our first fish of the session. So let's go again. And as you can see, I'm just letting a bit of line out. Nice and simple. And just jigging it. And some people think that you need to be out there over the high tide, to be honest, for mackerel, a couple of hours either side. If you can find a little bit of run and find out where the bait is, usually you'll find them, especially in the summer months. cast. So I caught that first fish on a really far cast, so I'm just gonna try and get it out as far as possible. The mackerel have been now scared off by these dolphins, but more than likely they'll be back in a minute. Oh mate, look how close these dolphins are. A real summer treat this. There are dolphins coming in really close. It's probably no good for the fishing, but absolutely spectacular. I've just seen 3 just here. Hopefully I don't hook one. Oh, are you in? Ben was nearly in just then. I really do love this summer type of fishing. You could just put on a little metal, chuck it out. And what I'll do is I'll show you some other metals that I've got. It's really that easy. Yeah, I mean, oh, Ben's in as well. This is what you call summer fun. Double ups. I just enjoy this fishing so much. Nothing beats it, taking a step back from the bass fishing. Just having a little bit of summer fun. I've not had this for a while. And staying really deep. It's just a big mackerel. Oh no, it's foul hooked. There you go. Another beautiful mackerel. Now this one's hooked outside of the lip, and that's why it was coming in hard. So more than likely it was coming in sideways. Now what I'm feeling for is, if anyone's never done this before, because I know a lot of people that watch these videos know how to fish for mackerel, but all I'm doing is winding and just letting it shimmy down. Sometimes when you go to wind back up, you'll have a fish on. It'll be like a da-da-da-da-da-da kind of feeling. But sometimes you'll actually feel the mackerel hit it, like kind of pluck. And if you're using braid, you'll definitely feel it. There you go. Just like I was saying, that one hit me. Oh, he's off. While the metal was dropping. That was really close in. Are you in? Ben's just took the fish that I was hooked into. Oh no, I was being stupid. Oh, I snapped off. Well, I've just snapped off. As I was saying, there's a reef in front of us and I was just being stupid. Ben hooked one really close. I tried to let mine flutter down, got stuck on the reef, and now I've snapped off and lost my lure. It's a good point to touch on when you're using these kind of metals with a treble on. Obviously, depending on the weight of the lure, is depending on how quick they sink. Depending on the shape of the lure, depends on how they flutter or how they fall. There are so many different metals and so many different ways that they fall. We're kind of using flatter metals, which could be classed as a slower jig for the flutter because there's not too much tide here yet. It's not a knife jig that will dart straight down to the bottom. So, food for thought, depending on the weight of the lure compared to the tide, how deep it is and what is lying beneath, like that rock. Lost it. The metal that I've gotten is just a little bit lighter, so see how we go. Full rate is going to be the same because it's pretty much the same shape, just like I was talking about. You in? Good man. Yeah. Ben's into another one there, as you can see. Look at that bend on that rod. Mackerel are really fighting hard. It's good fun with the lighter rods. Is that a bass? Oh, Ben's got a bass. We just said we might get a bass. Well, we were just saying before we kind of wanted some mixed species, to be honest, and it really goes to show that you can catch all sorts on a metal, not just mackerel. Ben's just caught himself a little bass. It's only small, but yeah, it just goes to show that everything is in here feeding on bait. Ben's just using a small little metal like that, small little bass, tiny, but it just goes to show that they're feeding. Everything's feeding. The sun's going down, so there might be a little bit more action. Lovely little basil. Huh? Bend straight into a fish. You can kind of tell the difference, between the bass and the mackerel. They're all feeding on the same thing, to be honest. So, well, Benny's into another fish here. He could be just milking it, but oh, it's just a little bass, man. Lovely. I'm gonna lift him out. Look at that, another little bass for Ben. And again, just taking on that little small metal, you can see it's just caught itself in the scissors. Treble comes out nicely. Well done, Ben, it's yours. Touch it. Baby. Yeah, lovely. And look at that sunset in the background. Just looks absolutely awesome. So while Ben is catching fish just over there, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about this mark. So if you're not from Jersey, this is a Martello tower based at Noirmont Point. Now we weren't actually going to fish here. We were going to fish on this middle reef that I've never actually been onto before. But we've seen someone and they said there's a few mackerel about, so we'd come and give this a go. Now this Martello tower here is called La Tour de Vind. It was built in the 19th century and they built it for one reason, with a chance of the Napoleon invasion, which I don't think actually happened. So it's been sitting there true for a very long time. A beautiful picturesque tower that you can see, especially if you're out in a boat from out wide looking in at Jersey. You can see it, it kind of hangs beautiful, stands really nicely. It's a lovely area here in Jersey, so if you are here, come and have a little look at it. It's beautiful. I don't think you can get inside it, but also pictured around this area. Nice, Ben. Ben's got another bass, nice. We also have some artillery towers from the Second World War. There's a few of them based in this area. There's also a little gun turret up there, which you can see. And there's another bigger one up top. Really nice, beautiful, lovely to see. Shows a bit of our history from back in World War II when the Germans occupied Jersey. So a lovely little area, beautiful little spot, some lovely little towers to see. I think it's my time to get back fishing because Benny boy is catching fish constantly. Let's go. Tide's just starting to pick up now a bit. We've got loads of time though. Right, like I was just saying to Ben, the tide's starting to push now. You can actually see these areas, especially off the point of this rock, where the tide's moving across. And what's happening is the tide's pushing in from that way and it's coming in and it's pushing against these rocks and it's causing these kind of waves of water, hopefully bringing in more bait fish for us to catch. Ben's actually just lent me one of his little metals because he's cleaning up on, and that is what I'm going to use. Oh yeah, I mean, that fish just hit me on the drop. Yeah, I've just got a mackie as well, really close in. Ben's little metal done the job. Little baby mackie. Well, look, there's another mackerel for me. This one's a little bit smaller than the one I had before. But again, he's just taken that little metal that Ben lent me before. We've had a mixture. We've had a few bass in the mix, mackerel, loads of dolphins around. Loads of dolphins around. It's been absolutely exquisite. It's a beautiful summer's evening, I tell you. Nice to get a few of these. And we've just had really good fun doing it, and that's the most important thing about fishing, just getting out and having some fun, taking that seriousness out of it, step away from that, get out of that box and just enjoy it. We've been here for 45 minutes and we've probably had about 15 mackerel and about 5 bass, all on just little small metals, and you just can't go wrong. It's so easy, so chill. Tide's running nicely, we're having a bit of fun, laugh and giggles. Yeah, a few fish for the plate, can't go wrong. Let's see if we can get a few more before that sun goes properly down, but the sky is just beautiful and golden. You just cannot beat it.
Well, shortly after this moment, we were blessed by a huge pod of dolphins moving past us within the tide, probably doing the exact same thing as we were doing.
Yeah.
Hunting and fishing for bait fish that were schooled up in this area. Now these dolphins were doing strange things I'd never seen them do before. They were kind of in a circle and it looked like they were splashing fish within them in the middle. Two would come in really close, two would go out far, and a load of them would go mental in the middle, kind of like they were herding fish up. Something I've never seen before,
Whoa, right there.
but just so special to be there in that moment, sharing those mackerel with the dolphins.
Let's try and catch a couple more fish. Yeah, look, they're definitely catching fish out there, those dolphins. Do you reckon one of them would take a pachinko? I reckon I've got 300 meters of line on my reel. Do you reckon I could get one on a pachinko? Samson Bomb would cast to them, I reckon. We are only joking, by the way. Whoa! One just came about 8 foot out of the water. Yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? What is going on, Ben? What is going on? This is crazy. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. I'm still at it. Look at them go. They're definitely on fish. Look at them. They're going mad. Whoa. Wow, they're feeding hard. Look at that. I wish you could see this on my camera, but the dolphins are going mad. Absolutely ape.
Whoa, mate.
Whoa! Did you see that? Whoa! Wow! Sorry about the shouting. Go sideways, Ben, if you can. The dolphins are going bananas out there. Ben's going to try and get some good footage of them. Sod's law, what will happen is you get the camera out and they'll stop doing it, but they've been doing it for a while now. Oh, there you go. And it worked. This could be a little bass, you know, it's not really done anything head shaking wise like a mackerel does. And if it is, it's not very big. Oh, it is a mackerel. Weird, it wasn't really doing anything. Well, that is the end of this session. Me and Benny Boy have decided to knock it on the head. What a beautiful, stunning, fun-filled evening we've just had. Absolutely incredible. Scenes out of something like David Attenborough. Dolphins jumping everywhere, rallying up mackerel and bait on the surface. We actually seen them splashing around taking mackerel. We also had a few bass. It's just been good, rod bending, fun light tackle action. What more could you ask for on a night like this on a small tide, sun setting in the sky? Just amazing. Just got to soak it all in and just take it, because you don't always get nights like this. But also I hope you've learned something. If you are watching this and new to the channel, it's always nice to share kind of tips and what works for us. Hopefully they can work for you. The way you bring that metal in, the different types of metals, different actions, it all helps. It helps someone along the line. We're going to make a nice walk back up the cliff, and till next time, thank you very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Every little helps. We help you, you help us. Peace out. Tight lines. And most of all, enjoy your fishing.